I see you, bitch. Put your phone down. Motherfuckers. They can't use their eyes. Everybody's got to live through their goddamn phone. Woo! I'm high as fuck. Woo! Strange. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this sober. I'm like, oh, it's not the move. Not in San Francisco. I love pot, but the people that are making edibles need to slow the fuck down. Oh my God, what are you trying to do to people? I had a pot gummy bear the other day. I think we can all agree a gummy bear shouldn't be able to steal your soul. Right? What the fuck are these people making these things, man? They're not consistent. That's also part of the problem. You don't know what you're getting, because they're not making it in the same place where they make Tylenol. Some greasy dude with a Grateful Dead t-shirt on, a gray ponytail. He's got a bowl of ingredients, and he can't remember whether or not he put weed in yet. This dude's time traveling, just back and forth, and just keeps chucking weed in there until it looks like lawn trimmings. You eat it, and it's not what you're looking for. It's not regulated. You gotta ask questions. I asked the dude at the pot store, I go, hey man, how strong are the gummy bears? He goes, that's not a unit of measurement. It's like, El Diablo, El Diablo. Oh, man, how much should I take? Just a leg. Just a leg? Why are you selling whole bears? What the fuck are you trying to prove, man? They just watch you leave with that bear. They go, oh shit. They know. They know you're not gonna die. You're gonna think you're gonna die, but everybody lives. Learn some shit. You learn some shit from scary trips. See, the thing about edibles, one of the problems with it being illegal is that a lot of us don't have a lot of information that we could use. Like, there's a difference between smoking it and eating it. When you smoke it, you get THC. But when you eat it, it's processed by your liver, and it produces something called 11-hydroxymetabolite. That's 5 times more psychoactive than THC. And it lets you talk to dolphins. This is a real moment that changed my life. I was in Hawaii, and we were on a boat, and we were fishing. We were pulling these lines behind the boat. And I was so high, I was trying to figure out which way the earth was spinning. Because I'm like, the boat's going this way, and the sun's up there. I'm like, For like 20 minutes, I'm paralyzed. So while this is all happening, these dolphins just show up. And if you've ever been around wild dolphins, they're very trippy. It's very different than you expect, because they look at you. They like check you out. They like pop out of the water and they like look at you. Like a person, not like a fucking deer or woodchuck. They look at you like another person. Granted, I was so high I thought I was gonna die. But I'm making eye contact with these dolphins, and I start thinking, how smart are these fucking things? Because we're fishing. Dolphins eat fish, but you never catch dolphins. Ever. No one has ever gone fishing and accidentally caught a dolphin. And all I could think of, all these dolphins are like hopping through the water and looking at us and shit. I was thinking, if people lived in the water, you'd fucking catch them all day. Like, they wouldn't even have to live in the water if cheeseburgers just floated down Geary Street. At least once a week, a guy would be like, I'm taking a chance. And you see him getting yanked up to the clouds. Fuck, we lost It's Billy! The bottom of his sneakers and a puff of cloud. You don't catch dolphins on fish hooks, man. That's weird. They're around fishing all the time and like, bitch! They're fucking smart. How smart? Well, I watched a dolphin documentary and it said they have a cerebral cortex that's 40% larger than a human being's. I don't know what that means, but if you say it right and don't fuck up the words, it makes you sound smarter than you really are. I think what it means, they have big fucking brains. But like, we don't think of them as being smart because they don't do what we do, right? They don't send emails, they don't have houses. But if you lived in their world, you don't need anything. You don't need your fingers. No one's typing. They have a language that's so complex we can't understand it. All the food's free. They stay where the water's warm. I started thinking, how fucking smart are they? What if they're exactly the same as us? What if it's just some different branch of evolution? We went one way, they went the other. What if consciousness is the same? I was thinking, what if me to me is the same as me to a dolphin? The way you think of yourself when you say the word me? I was like, what if that's exactly how a dolphin feels? They're just living life through different biology, different genetics, different life experiences. But if I lived a dolphin's life, I would be him. And if he lived my life, he would be me. And then I started thinking, what if that's the case with people? What if everyone is exactly the same? We're just living life through different bodies. What if that's the secret of happiness? Treat everyone as if it's you living another life. I mean, and then I thought, God damn, how good is this weed I'm getting in California? Woo! I'm on a fucking floating craft out in the middle of the ocean, talking to water people. The problem with treating everybody as if it's you living another life is you want to fucking smack yourself. Half the people you meet, you just want to fucking smack them. We live in the weirdest time ever. I mean, it's the most awesome time ever, but it's the weirdest time ever, too. We're like that close to President Trump. No, boo. You boo, but you won't vote, you fucks. Bernie Sanders people are like, yo, Bernie's the shit. Did you vote for him? Voting ain't real, bro. Doesn't even work, dude. We are that close to President Trump. Bill Cosby's a rapist and Bruce Jenner's a chick. We're in an episode of Lost. Down is up and up is down. This is the type of world you get when you give kids participation trophies for getting their ass kicked in soccer games. This is the world we get. You get a goddamn nerfed up world filled with nonsense. Nobody wants to be president. Nobody. I hope Hillary wins. That way we can realize chicks can't do that fucking job either. It's a stupid job. It's a stupid job invented back when people used to write with feathers. It's dumb. It's just some old schooly shit that we need to get rid of. It doesn't make any sense. Being president is great if there's like 50 people. There's 50 people, you can figure out which one's the best. 300 million people? I have 3 kids, I don't know where the fuck they are right now. How's this one dude in charge of 300 million people? It's nonsense. It's so old and stupid. They make this guy sleep in this fucking White House. If Trump wins, you know his house is cooler than the White House. It's like, I'm not sleeping in that shitty-ass, stupid house. Trump's probably got like a tube at home that he opens up and a Chinese girl just pops out of it and sucks his dick and then goes right back in. That's what I would do if I had that kind of money. We're down to assholes! Where's Elon Elon Musk when you need him? Where's the fucking geniuses? Where's Mark Cuban? No, we got an old lady trying to get back at her husband for a blowjob he got in the 90s. We got an old man who hates money. We got a reality TV star with a plastic set of hair. You can't have a president with the environmental concerns when every time this motherfucker does his hair, we lose a foot of ozone layer and a polar bear bursts into flames. He's got like a closet full of Aquanet at home. You can't pretend you don't give a fuck when you have that thing going on, dude. Stop that. The White House got broken into while Obama was in office. The first time in over 100 years that someone broke into the White House. Also, the first time a girl was guarding the front door by herself. Are you trying to say that women can't do everything men can do? Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. So that seems sexist, right? People say you're sexist. No, it's not sexist. Here's why it's not sexist. Because men can't even do everything men can do. See? There's no physical equality, folks. That's why we have the Olympics. Because there's people that can do some shit that you and I can't do. One of those things is guarding the fucking White House. I know I can't guard the White House. You know how I know? Because I met Shaquille O'Neal, and his dick is where my face is. That's not equality. That's not white privilege. Listen, if the White House is experiencing a Shaq attack, I'm the wrong dude to save the world. I did Fear Factor with Shaq. If we were holding hands, it'd be like a 6-year-old at the park with his dad. We're barely the same thing. So do I think women should guard the White House? No, I don't think I should either. It's not sexist to say that women can't do big physical labor things as good as giant men can. But people will tell you it is. Well, I'm not sexist. As a matter of fact, my favorite people are all female. I have a wife and I have 3 daughters. They're my favorite people in the world. But I could beat the fuck out of all of them. Okay? Listen, if they're guarding the door, I'm getting in. I don't mean to sound cocky, but I'm just real confident. I could fuck them up if I had the flu. Okay? Yeah, we're different. We're different. I could beat up my cat too. I'm not proud of it. I just tell you what's up. If you want to bet money on me. I'll fuck that cat up. Most likely. Cats are fucking weird like that, man. I was petting my cat once and he bit me. I was like, whoa, we gonna do this? What the fuck are we doing here, man? Got a little nervous. Women can do everything men can do. This guy's a piece of shit. We're leaving. Too much information is going in that I don't agree with. The guy said it's total bullshit. Total bullshit. How'd that girl get that job? I'll tell you how that girl got that job. Because someone let her have that job. Which means either there were a bunch of guys that were trying to fuck her, or her boss was a chick and she hated her. Either one's possible. Look, if there was a bunch of guys that were trying to fuck her, that makes total sense. If there's one hot girl and she's working with 5 guys in an office, no work's getting done in that office. That office is now just an audition to see which guy gets to fuck her. And each one of those guys will just slowly start to morph to figure out what this girl likes. Man become like an octopus that tries to fit its way through a keyhole. I gotta be a fucking wife. There's gotta be a fucking wife. Got this girl's like, I could guard the front door. Oh, you can definitely guard the door. No doubt, no doubt. And over time, if this woman doesn't sleep with one of these men and claim them, over time, these guys will just start morphing. And they'll just start saying ridiculous, preposterous shit. Like, Debbie wants to guard the front door. Do you have a problem with that? No, I don't. As a matter of fact, I think women are amazing. Plus, I'm vegan. They will wear patchouli. They will do what the fuck they have to do. Next thing you know, poor fucking Debbie at the front door. Why am I alone? The whole story is so bananas. And it's one of my favorite stories. I'm going to give you the whole story of the break in the White House with no edits and no comic exaggerations. This is the real story. Because a lot of people think there's some grand conspiracy. There's some cabal of evil geniuses that's pulling the strings on everyone in America. It's most likely that people are just dumb as fuck in all sorts of walks of life. So I'm going to tell you, this is the story. This is the real story about the person who broke into the White House. First of all, people are always worried, the government's checking out my emails, bro. The government's watching us all the time. They pulled this guy over 2 months before he broke in the White House. He had 4 handguns, 2 rifles, and a machete with him. They didn't even watch him. He had a map. On the map was Washington, and it had an X where the White House is. They're like, you're good to go. They let him go! 2 months later, this motherfucker broke into the White House. And why did he break into the White House? Why do you break in the White House ever? Because you want to die. You don't, that's like a suicide run. That's the only reason why someone runs toward the White House. If you had to ask someone, like, what kind of security do you think they have at the White House? Oh, dude. They got snipers on every corner. They got lasers on the grass. If you get too far, they open up the door, you drop right into jail. Nope. Turns out they don't even have a dog. You just fucking run. The guy who made it into the White House, he had 800 rounds of ammunition in his car. Left out there, took a knife. That's the guy who wants to die! He's just sitting in his fucking car going, fuck the government, fuck my ex-wife, and fuck everybody! I'm gonna do this! Fuck you! Oh my God, I'm doing it! Oh my God, I'm doing it! Thinking with every step, this is gonna be the last step of my life. No, this is gonna be the last step of my life. Oh, this. He gets to the front door. It's unlocked! He opens it, there's a girl there by herself. Smacks her to the ground. He just starts running through the hall. Ah! He's probably going, why am I alive? He's probably thinking. He was inside for minutes running around. He got tackled by an off-duty officer. He's probably thinking, I wanted to die. I don't want to go to fucking jail. Will somebody please shoot me? Then he's probably pissed, like, where are my tax dollars going? What kind of security are you fucking people running in this place? Imagine when Obama found out a girl was guarding him. He's probably like, everybody. Not that much diversity. Hey, what are you playing? Fucking fairy tale games here? Obama's got a hard job because he's the first president that's ever been around while Google was here. You know, he can Google his own name. If he gets crazy in the middle of the night, right? So let me see what the people have to say. Obama is none of those fucking things. Freaking out. Shit. Probably thinking, why the fuck did I do this? I think the guy who broke into the White House and Obama probably have a lot in common. In that they went for it, but they probably never really thought they were getting in there. You can't quit once you're the president. Like the moment Obama actually got in office, like, good morning, Mr. President, probably like, oh no. What the fuck did I do this for? I didn't think I was actually gonna get in. I can't sleep, I'm freaking out, everybody wants to kill me. Who the fuck is guarding me? Looks out in the hallways, a girl taking selfies. That'd be the greatest selfie of all time. Girl with her ass out, duck lips, in the background, dudes breaking in the White House. That's a right. You know I'm not making this up. We've all seen this. This is recognizable. And they do. So pitching toe's a good move because you can't get away that good. You just like there's something wrong with your back. That's a recognizable pose. When did that start? Because if you look at the original pictures back when people first invented pictures, everybody just stood there looking hungry. Like if you saw a photo from the 1800s in the background, a girl was going, she's a fucking time traveler! Nobody knew that move back then. Somebody had to see their face. Oh, people like that. They like when I do it. Combo, a two-hole combo attractor. It's all over online. It gets you a lot of likes. I saw a gal on Instagram. She has 8 million followers. All she does is take pictures of her ass. That's it. She's got a winning formula. She sticks with it. No witty memes. There's no inspirational quotes. Just a lot of this. Just a lot of different ways. Just like... And she's just a regular girl, man. I'm watching this. I'm like, this is a different kind of person. She has 8 million people that have no idea what her voice sounds like. She doesn't have a job that they like. She doesn't have an occupation that they follow. She's just staring at her ass. This is a new kind of human. There's never been a person psychologically that's had to navigate those kind of waters. If you really stop and think about it, science should really step in and start looking at this. Don't go to South America to study some new frog that nobody gives a fuck about. There's a girl in Florida with 8 million people staring at her ass. How does this girl keep a relationship? What is her day like? How many dick pics does she get sent? How many dick pics does that girl receive on a daily basis? Is it like the national debt counter was just fucking spinning out of control constantly? I bet if she turns on the notifications, her phone just starts screaming and runs away from her. I bet if she deletes all the dick pics from her phone, it would be physically lighter. This is a new kind of person. We really have to understand there's never been a person like this before. And she's just a person. Like that kind of influence, that kind of attractant, that's a very strong drug to have in the hands of just a girl. And as a guy who has daughters, I just think of that like, wow, that's kind of fucking, that's weird. Because this girl has 8 million people staring at her ass. 8 million creeps and weirdos and perverts objectifying her. I mean, I follow her, but I'm not like those other assholes. I'm different. I care. I care about who she is. I'm a nice person. I'm a hero or something. Different, those other guys are assholes. Men are noble. Men are noble and true. If we get to come. If men don't get to come, we get real Smeagol-like real quick. Just a few months of no dates, and Mrs. is so disappointed with all the men Mrs. meets. Mrs. is so embarrassed at how other men talks to you. Everyone wants to set themselves up as being the noble one. Everybody wants to be Matthew McConaughey to save the world in a rocket ship. There's people that are signing up to go to Mars. Do you know about this? There's a mission to Mars, a manned mission to Mars, where 200,000 people have signed up to be amongst the 4 people to die on Mars. They're going to take a one-way trip to Mars. That's some sad shit for a bunch of reasons. First of all, it's some sad shit because that's 200,000 people that don't have any real friends. Right? If it's someone you love, your real friend, if one of my friends is going to move to Florida, I'll be like, bitch, where the fuck are you going? You're going to go to Florida? We can't hang out if you go to Florida. Why the fuck are you moving to Florida, man? But you might be able to deal with it. We could just visit each other every now and then. But if your friend was going to move to Mars, you'd be like, oh, really? Get in the fucking car. Just get in the car, dude. Take him out to Death Valley. Look around! Sucks, right? Mars sucks worse. Get back in the car, stupid. Jesus Christ. There's places in America you can't live, man. You don't want to live in Detroit. Why the fuck are you talking about moving to Mars? People really consider moving to Mars. It's one of the dumbest ideas ever. But if you say that, people will eco-bro you. You ever been eco-broed? Because people will find an opportunity to virtue signal over you, as Michael Shermer likes to point out. You like puff their chest out and say that they're like probably better than you. Hey dude, seriously? You think there's something wrong with going to Mars? Well, I don't know if you paid attention, man. We maybe should colonize Mars because California's almost out of water. They'll nod like, yeah, bitch. We're right next to the ocean. What the fuck are you talking about? Look at all that water. You fly over it. It takes a day. The world's blue. It's more water than it is not water. We have a salt problem. We don't have a water problem. Suck the salt out of the water. We got a goddamn party. Instead of pissing and moaning. Too complicated, bro. We got to go to Neptune. Oh, my God. We're fucking crazy. We're a crazy race filled with crazy people. We're like a dude with a dirty house. Like, man, I got to build a new house. No, you got to stop shitting in your kitchen. Stop piling up newspapers you're never going to read in front of your bathroom, you fuck. We're crazy. One-way trip to Mars. A one-way trip in coach with 3 other people so fucking stupid they're willing to die on Mars with you. Great. What great conversation you're going to have. It's nonsense, folks. My friend was like, they're not going to die on Mars, man. People are smart enough to figure out how to get to Mars. They're smart enough to figure out how to get back. Here's why that doesn't make any sense. People smart enough to get to Mars aren't going. See, that's the dirty secret about rocket travel, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody smart enough to make a rocket ever gets in one of those fucking things. No. No, they look at each other right before the launch and they go. They talk German and they get behind giant fucking concrete bunkers. They talk some square-jawed, corn-fed dude from the middle of the country, tuck a Bible under that dude's arm and strap him into that giant metal dick and shoot it off into the heavens. That's what we do.